Okay, so I did the impact of Marvel. I did this because it's personal interest of mine, superhero movies or anything Marvel related, and I wanted to know how those Marvel movies would influence people, or how have they influenced people, especially the younger crowds like me. And so let's start from the beginning. So Marvel movies started in 2008 with Iron Man, but I was only 5 years old then, so I didn't like them as much, Marvel movies. But luckily, in 2012, I found Avengers and I became obsessed with it. And so, but the problem was the only person who I knew liked Marvel movies and I could talk about was my brother, and that's great. But in middle school, that didn't help me a lot because a lot of people didn't share the same interest as me, or like were obsessed with Marvel movies or anything geek related. But luckily in high school, I found a lot of people who were obsessed with Marvel and their characters, and I got to make friends. And that's what one of the reasons I've particularly wanted to do this is because of how movies, especially Marvel movies, and can make people make friendships and allow people to connect, which makes me talk into the net. Makes me talk into one of the articles that I found, which talks about literally what I just said. How the author states how Marvel Comics and the movies have allowed people who have not been so easy to make friendships, making friendships based on these movies and their characters, or as they call it, fandoms. And on another article that I found is that this is becoming more common in the younger generations, like Gen Z, millennial. And in one of the articles that I found is that people who are 19 to 30 years old have liked Marvel movies more and find it a joy to watch. And that was 50%, 51% of the pie chart. Now, this article is included in the first slides, and the article also stated that people in high school, out of all of the people who were in school, like college, elementary, etc., high school was the most popular with the Marvel movies by 37%. And however, moving on, Marvel movies just don't, I mean, they make friendships too, but they allow people to branch out to different career paths, especially in the STEM majors. So in Iron Man and Black Panther, they really go into like the lab work and everything. Like in this picture here with Iron Man working on some of his suit, and here's Shuri from Black Panther working on something. And in another article that I found by Daniel Bergman, he says that thanks to these movies, kids are now interested in science and want to learn about more of the nature of science, which is really rare, especially in the time that we live in with TikTok and everything. So, and he states that kids are more participating in class too with everything, and they're wanting to like go into like wanting to be a scientist, or even just being like a biologist or something like that, or like other branches of science, my bad. But he also states that because he's also a teacher, he states that these movies have been comforting because not only they allow friendships, but on screen they like have many diverse cast, and like which allows people to find comfort in them from any race, religion, and that's why I also like these movies, because overall more they're like good in a sense of a comfort, especially the younger crowd, and the deal like in the era that we live in, TikTok and everything has become so dominating, and but these movies are like a sense of comfort, and going with these films, the younger crowds are like feeling safer than the older generations did, because now we have like um what am I trying to say here? They have like examples of what you can be and what you can do, and then just being like a sense of home with these films, and like you can grow with these films too, like they're inspirational. So yeah, and these are my resources, and that's it.